The crowd is roaring, the lights are bright, and the energy in the stadium is electric. It's just another night of football until security spots a black man walking onto the field. To them, he doesn't belong. They rush toward him, ready to escort him out, completely unaware of who he really is. The man stays calm, even as the security guards close in. Fans in the stands start to take notice. Some pull out their phones, sensing something isn't right. The tension in the air is thick. Who is this man, and why is he on the field? Just as the guards are about to remove him, someone shouts, stopping them in their tracks. The truth is about to come out, and when it does, it will leave everyone speechless. You won't believe what happens next. Stay tuned to see how this unforgettable moment unfolds. The guards hesitate for a split second, thrown off by the voice calling out. A few players on the sidelines turn their heads, whispering to each other, but security remains focused. One of them reaches for the man's arm, determined to get him off the field. But the man doesn't resist. He simply smiles, almost amused, as if he's seen this happen before. The crowd murmurs, confused by the scene playing out before them. Who is he? A former player? A celebrity? Someone important? The tension grows, and more people begin recording. A coach steps forward, eyebrows raised, recognizing the man instantly. His expression shifts from surprise to concern. The security team is about to make a huge mistake, and the realization is hitting fast. Then, just as the situation is about to escalate, the man finally speaks. His words send shockwaves through the entire stadium. The man looks directly at the security guard gripping his arm and finally speaks. "You might want to check with your boss before you make this mistake." His voice is calm but firm, carrying a weight that makes even the most skeptical stop and think. The head of security, an older man with years of experience, steps forward, his expression unreadable. He studies the man for a moment before pulling out his radio. The tension in the air is thick, and the silence in the stadium is almost as loud as the crowd had been moments before. Meanwhile, up in the luxury boxes, a group of executives watches the scene unfold. Some exchange nervous glances. One of them, clearly realizing what's happening, scrambles to make a call. On the field, the players whisper among themselves, trying to piece together what they just heard. But before anyone can react, another voice booms through the stadium speakers, making everyone freeze. A crackling noise cuts through the tension as the stadium speakers come to life. "Stop right there." The voice is commanding, filled with authority. The security team stiffens, exchanging uncertain glances. The man at the center of it all doesn't flinch. He knows what's coming. Up in the luxury box, the executive holding the phone presses it tightly to his ear, his face pale. He nods quickly, then gestures to someone off-screen. Within seconds, an official in a suit rushes toward the field, pushing past sideline staff, urgency in every step. On the field, the players have stopped warming up. Some take a few steps closer, their expressions a mix of curiosity and disbelief. Fans in the stands lean forward, sensing something big is about to happen. The head of security lowers his radio as the official finally reaches them, slightly out of breath. He looks at the man security tried to remove, then turns to the guards and delivers a single sentence that changes everything. The official takes a deep breath, his eyes darting between the man and the security team. Then, with a steady voice, he says, "Let him go. He owns this team." A ripple of shock spreads across the field. The guards immediately release their grip, stepping back in stunned silence. Some of the players gasp, their eyes widening as they finally realize who's standing before them. In the stands, murmurs turn into a roar of disbelief. Fans scramble to search his name on their phones, trying to piece together how they didn't recognize him sooner. But just as the tension seems to ease, another voice interrupts, this time from a man in a sharp suit walking onto the field. His presence alone commands attention. He locks eyes with the owner and smirks. "Not for long," he says. A new wave of confusion hits. The players glance at each other. The fans hold their breath. What does he mean? The answer is about to change everything. The owner's expression remains calm, but there's a flicker of something in his eyes. Amusement, maybe even challenge. He turns to face the man in the suit, the tension between them thick. "Not for long," he repeats, his voice steady. "You sure about that?" The man smirks, adjusting his tie. "I just finalized a deal. The board is voting tonight. By tomorrow, this team will no longer be yours." Gasps ripple through the crowd. The players exchange nervous glances. Security stands frozen, realizing they're caught in something much bigger than they thought. The owner tilts his head, processing the words, then slowly pulls his phone from his pocket. He taps the screen a few times, then turns it around for the man in the suit to see. A news alert flashes across the screen. Asterisk asterisk breaking. Majority stake in team acquired. Deal finalized. Asterisk asterisk. The man in the suit goes pale, but then his eyes narrow in confusion as he reads further. The owner lets the moment stretch before finally speaking. "I know," he says, a knowing smile forming. "I bought it." The man in the suit stares at the phone, his confidence crumbling. His plan is over before it even began. The owner slides the phone back into his pocket and steps closer, lowering his voice just enough that only he can hear. "Next time, check who you're up against." The silence on the field is deafening. Then, as the realization sets in, the stadium erupts. Fans cheer, players shake their heads in disbelief, and security awkwardly steps away, suddenly unsure of where they stand. The owner turns back to the team, his team, and nods. "Let's play some football." With that, he walks off, leaving the man in the suit frozen in place. As the game kicks off, the energy in the stadium feels different, more electric, more powerful. Tonight, history wasn't just made, it was claimed, and the world won't forget it anytime soon.